11. So à gauche, le monument de guerre, c'est la tour Montréal le 11 novembre. And on our left, this building right here, that's the National Arts Center for all the plays and the operas. So à gauche, le Centre National des Arts for the spectacle. Now, coming up on our right, that lovely gray building right there in the process of being demolished, that's the old British Embassy. So we're going to see the new British Embassy a little bit later on. So à droite, ça c'est l'ancien ambassade du Royaume-Uni. On va voir le nouveau après. So Ottawa being the capital, we have all the embassies here. There are 130 embassies in Ottawa. We have 130 ambassades in Ottawa. On our right, this is the Lord Elgin Hotel, built in 1941. One of the two grand hotels in Ottawa. So à droite, c'est l'Hôtel Lord Elgin. It's right behind me. Yeah, hang on. There you go. Yeah, everyone hold on to your hats. This is a windy tour. Cheers. Now on our left, this is the municipal government. We got City Hall, City Courthouse. So à gauche, ça c'est le gouvernement municipal. Il y a l'Hôtel de Ville, Palais de Justice. Right, nice little Italian restaurant, Johnny Farina's, qualche italienne. On our left, the whale's bone, really good seafood, pour la fruit de mer à gauche là. There's a really nice Scottish pub on our left, Deacon Brody's. If you have a craving for haggis, and I mean, who doesn't? Haggis. I've had haggis once, and that was all I needed. Now, coming up on our right, this is Somerset Street. If you turn, voila! Now, coming up on our right, we are about to see the only free hotel in all of Ottawa. It's really nice. There's a free hotel right downtown. So à droite, dans 1 minute, on va voir le seul hôtel gratuit en Ottawa. C'est magnifique ici. C'est gratuit, sans prix. All right, so if you look on your right, the free hotel, right over here, the Ottawa Police Station, the jail, Station de Police, la prison. I gotta be back here for 6 o'clock, day pass. Okay, je retourne à 6 heures. My ankle bracelet's killing me. Alright, so there's the Ottawa Police d'Ottawa. Now, as soon as we go into this bridge, we're gonna see the reason that Ottawa is even on the map. The Reno Canal. In the summertime, it's gross. And in the winter, the world's British military never ended up using it. It's now the world's largest skating rink. So the canal, they go through the militaire. This is the drive-through. La famille royale de la Pays-Bas qui a habité en Ottawa pendant la Deuxième Guerre. Pour dire merci pour l'aide, ils ont envoyé des tulipes parce que production chaque mai 3 millions de tulipes dans le ville d'Ottawa. Haunted house in the city. À gauche, il y a une maison hantée, incroyable. So here's the haunted house. Voilà. Yeah, every year he does that. It's always amazing. He fait ça chaque année. Yeah, you see some rather nice homes here off the canal. So Ottawa has 1 million people. It's the 5th largest city in Canada. The largest city in Canada is Toronto with 6 million. Second is Montreal with 4. Third is Vancouver with 3. Fourth is Calgary with 1.3. And fifth is Ottawa with 1.1 million. Canada has a total population of 41 million people. So not a lot of people live in the world's second largest country. Russia is the largest. Canada, Ottawa, 1 million d'habitants. C'est le 5e plus grand Canada, premier c'est Toronto, 6 millions. Deuxième, Montréal, 4. Troisième, Saint-Louis, 3. Quatrième, c'est Calgary. 2,3, 5e, Ottawa. 2,46 millions d'habitants au Canada. Plus gros, dans le deuxième plus gros pays. Bon, la Russie est le plus gros. 90% of all Canadians live within 1 hour of the American border. So in Ottawa, we're 1 hour from New York. Vancouver is 30 minutes from Washington. And Windsor, Ontario, we're 2 minutes from Detroit, Michigan, just across the bridge. Quand les people sont des Canadiens, we know that one deal. Because in Ottawa, 2 minutes to New York, Vancouver, 3 minutes to Washington, and Windsor, 2 minutes to Detroit, Michigan. A lot of people in Ottawa drive to New York for cheap gas. Gas is way cheaper in New York than Ontario. They cross the on your left, just across the canal, you're going to see a big, white, efficient, no-nonsense building. That's the German embassy right there. À gauche, ça c'est l'ambassade d'Allemagne là. C'est Deutschland. Right there. Germans. And there's the university now. Ottawa has that new subway, the O train. So there's the subway station right there. So as the university, the train goes underground, it comes up in Ottawa, the O train. Ça c'est la station de la Cité au monte après le Parlement. Brand new subway, 2019. Really good when it works. Nouveau, 2019, c'est bien. On se parle. And there's a train right there. So when you see these red lifesavers right here on the right, that's the subway. There's a rouge là, ça c'est le métro. That building straight ahead, that's the Department of National Defense, the military. You go up to the Department de Défense Nationale, militaire. And coming up on our left in a minute, we're going to see the official sign for the canal. It's a Rideau Canal World Heritage Site. Now, before we see the restaurants, I'm about to show you the most hated building in all of Canada. Maintenant, je te montre l'édifice le plus détesté en Canada. So if you look straight ahead on the left, that castle right over there, that's the most hated building in the country. That is the headquarters for Canada Revenue Agency, the CRA, the tax collectors. So l'Agence de Revenue, Canada, le Bureau de Taxe. CRA, largest government department. 60,000 people work for the CRA, and not one of them can answer the telephone. 60,000 gens travaillent pour l'Agence de Revenue. Personne ne répond au téléphone. That building is called the Connaught Building. They say once your money goes in, you cannot get it back. Alright, so we're going to head to the market. There are 3 streets. You got Clarence, York, and George, where you're going to find all the good stuff. Il y a 3 routes dans le marché. Clarence, York et George. C'est là que tu trouves toutes les bonnes choses. In a minute, we're going to see the famous Ottawa sign. It's really nice at nighttime. It's all lit up with the Parliament behind it. We'll see in a sec. On va voir le grand panneau d'Ottawa dans une minute, tout allumé dans la nuit. All right, so there's Revenue Canada. Don't look at them; you'll be audited. You want to come back to the market later on? From the kiosk back here, 5-minute walk, just around the corner. The kiosk, you just gotta see, St. Peter go in, by the way. So on your right, you're gonna see the Ottawa sign. What? Panneau d'Ottawa. So if you look on your right, there it is. Voilà, à droite. Right there. So welcome to the city of Ottawa. Bienvenue à Ottawa. And on your right, there's the oldest bar in all of Ottawa, the Chateau Lafayette, 1849, older than the country of Canada. So à droite, le bar le plus bien, Ottawa, le Chateau Lafayette, 1849. Now, did anybody want to hop out of the market? Can we back? We're good? C'est bon? On your right, we're going to see the actual market with all the vendors. À droite, ça c'est le marché avec le monde. On the weekends, it's really busy here. The weekends, c'est populaire. All right, so there's the oldest bar in all of Ottawa, right there. The bar le plus bien, Ottawa. So if you remember those three streets, Clarence, York, and George, you're golden. So Trois-Rouleaux, Clarence, York, and George. Tu trouves quelque chose? We're going to go up to Sussex Drive, also known as Embassy Drive. We're going to go see some big embassies right now. Ouais, grande ambassade maintenant sur Sussex. All right, so coming up straight ahead, the biggest, most expensive embassy in Canada. So, of course, American Embassy. Opened up in 1999 by Bill Clinton. Cost $250 million. We're going to see it right now. Tout droit, l'ambassade plus grand, plus cher. États-Unis, 250 millions. By the way, the biggest, most expensive embassy in the world is the American Embassy in Iraq. $1 billion. L'ambassade plus grand, plus cher au monde, l'ambassade américaine en Irak, $1 milliard. Once you're in the embassy, you are no longer in Canada, and we have no say in what they do. We retourne dans l'ambassade, we have plus au Canada. All right, so if you look up on your left, there's the American Embassy, right there. Voilà, États-Unis. So if you look on your left, you're going to see the flag and the sign above the door, Embassy for the United States of America. And on your right, there's another Basilica. That church is the most popular church in Ottawa to get married at. There's a 3-year waiting list to get married at this church. They even have a saying for it. First you book the date, then you find your mate. L'église le plus populaire pour le mariage entre les 43 ans. D'abord, tu fais la réservation, après tu trouves une copine. And on your left, there's the art gallery right there. À gauche, les Beaux-Arts, and a giant $3 million spider. 1 million. You wait 3 years to get married at the Notre Dame. Come out of the church on your wedding day, and the first thing you see, a giant black widow spider. And nobody wants to talk about it, personne ne veut débarquer. Ok? Tu donnes 3 ans pour le mariage à Notre-Dame, sur l'église, le jour de ton mariage, première chose que tu vois, ça. It's the oldest church in Ottawa, the Notre-Dame, 1844. C'est l'église le plus vieille, 1844. On your right, the embassy for Kuwait. On your left, the Royal l'ambassade du Japon. See Japan. And right now we're going to see the second most expensive embassy. I'll give you a clue. Oil. Maintenant l'ambassade de deuxième plus cher. So on our right, coming in at 150 million, Saudi Arabia. L'Arabie Saoudite, 150 millions. They're the Saudis. And on your left, this magnificent white building right over here. This is the brand new, just opened British embassy. There's the UK right there. So there's the British embassy right there. There's the flag and there's the sign. Voilà. Le drapeau et le panneau. This is the National Research Council. It's a big science lab. And on the right, this is the old City Hall of Ottawa. No longer City Hall. We have that new building downtown. It's all federal government now. But that used to be the old town hall. Ça doit être l'ancien hôtel de ville d'Ottawa. Maintenant, coupon fédéral. Il y a un nouveau hôtel de ville, centre-ville. There's a nice embassy coming up on our left. Just behind the trees right over here, the French embassy. So I push voila la France. So there's France, they're very patriotic. Even the chairs are red, white, and blue. Même les chaises, rouge, blanche et bleu. Allez les bleus. Alors, oui, c'est bon là, oui, on mange bien là. Rue de Campy du Canal, Château de la Tour 26. And on our left, we have 24 Sussex, the old Prime Minister's house, now empty, going to be a museum. Ça, c'est 24 Sussex, l'ancienne maison du Premier ministre. C'est vide, ça va être un museum. And right here, we have a statue of the Queen of Canada in front of her house.
There was also also that the architecture looked like an airport, and between the two buildings, it's a prototype from the year 1942, the North Star, and now volunteers are revealed to bring it to the exhibition. Donc on voit que l'architecture ressemble à un aéroport. Il y a un prototype de 1942, l'étoile du Nord, et les volontaires qui sont là. Là, on va arrêter les gens qui se présentent en bas. So we're gonna stop and look at that. Here's the North Star, l'étoile du Nord. Okay. Huh? It's the Conseil National Council of Ontario NCC. They take care of all the park. Now we're gonna have not all the driver will make it. Donc, il y a un arrêt supplémentaire, c'est pas tous les chauffeurs qui veulent le faire. So this is Rockcliffe Park. It's a public park and people love putting pictures, bicycling, picnicking, jogging, anything that they can do. Donc, ici, c'est le parc de rentrée, puis le parc public. Et les gens adorent faire des photos de mariage, des pique-niques, des petits jogging, et de la course à pied et du vélo. So here we have, so here we have a very nice view of the river. And soon on your left, you're going to see a brown pavilion. Donc, ici, on a une très jolie vue sur la rivière, et à gauche, on a le pavillon brun. It's where Winston Churchill come when he come to Ottawa. It was his favorite place, and he was sitting there and smoking a cigar and look the river. Donc ça, c'est le pavillon de Monsieur Winston Churchill, et il adorait, c'était son endroit préféré. Il fumait le cigare ici, et il regardait la rivière. Winston Churchill, after that, go to Quebec, and he was sitting with Roosevelt and Mackenzie King, and they make threat war strategy, and they win the Second World War. Donc, M. Churchill a été avec M. Mackenzie blanche de l'autre côté de la rivière. And you can stand up and take your picture, and then when you take a picture, sit down. Vous pouvez vous lever, prendre votre photo, et ensuite allez vous rasseoir. The official house of the Prime Minister is the Grey Stone House with white windows on the other side of the river there. All the curves represent the water and the wind. What you can see here is the biggest collection of animals. Everything about the First Nation, and all the culture of Canada. Et tout ce qu'on peut voir ici, c'est la plus grosse collection de totems, tout sur les Premières Nations et sur toutes les cultures du Canada. C'est le musée le plus visité du Canada. It's the most visited museum in Canada. And here we are in a neighborhood called Portage. And portage means wear your canoe on your shoulder. Because the First Nation, the first people, when they came by canoe, they have to wear the canoe on their shoulder when they walk on the land between the two rivers. So, portage. Donc, on est dans le quartier portage, qui veut dire porter son canot sur ses épaules. Puisque les premiers arrivants arrivaient en quête, ils devaient le porter sur leurs épaules quand ils marchaient sur la terre entre les deux. Donc, les tours pour honorer tous les gens qui ont was a worker neighborhood. So the fall is going to be on your right, they should walk backward. And this press agreement is going to be back in Ontario. On est encore au Québec, mais à partir du moment où on a pris notre force, on va être rendu en Ontario. Donc, l'architecture du musée, une partie ressemble à une aile d'avion. Une petite amène lorsqu'elle est décédée. Right now. On your left, this is the Archive and Library of Canada, where we keep all the important papers in the beginning of the country. So, à gauche, les archives et bibliothèques du Canada. Et c'est là qu'on garde tous les papiers importants depuis le début du pays. At the entrance, you're going to see a piece of art, a boy and a girl on the bench. This is the bench of knowledge. Donc, à l'entrée, il y a une petite statue. C'est un garçon et une fille sur un banc. C'est le banc de connaissance. The artist didn't want to fill all the paper for his piece of art, so he put it there illegally. And people love it so much that they signed a petition, and now it's there forever. Donc, l'artiste ne voulait pas remplir tous les papiers pour son œuvre d'art, alors il l'a mis là de façon illégale. Et les gens l'ont fait. And there's two flags in front of you. The left flag always floats, the right one only when they are in session. And now they are in session, very rare. Donc on va avoir la magnifique course suprême du Canada à gauche des routes. Et il y a deux drapeaux devant. Celui de gauche fait toujours, celui de droite seulement lorsqu'ils sont en session. Et maintenant, le drapeau de droite est en train de flotter, donc ils sont en session, c'est très très rare. Et ça, c'est le niveau de cours d'affaires le plus élevé du pays. This is the highest point of the queue of the country. So the right flag very well. In 6 months, it represents what I see in local. Donc le drapeau de droite, c'est la première fois en 6 mois que je suis en train de le voir flotter. So there was a case in Saskatchewan. A guy was arrested and they found a gun in his car, and it's an illegal gun, and they have to tell if it was a reasonable searching for the gun or not. De Saskatchewan, un homme qui a été arrêté par la police et qu'ils ont trouvé sa voiture. Ils ont trouvé une arme. Et là, ils doivent décider si l'arme, c'était une fouille illégale ou non. Si elle était illégale, l'arme ne pourra pas être retenue contre lui et il va gagner. Sinon, il va perdre. On your right, this is the Bank of Canada. It's a special bank. It's where the Canadian interests are set. La Banque du Canada, là où les taux d'intérêt canadiens sont formulés. And the little triangle here is the Bank of Canada, the Museum of Bank of Canada. Always free. You don't need money. Okay? L'entrée du musée de la Banque du Canada ici, dans le triangle, toujours gratuit ce musée. Ils n'ont pas besoin d'argent. Okay? And we're gonna enter on Parliament Hill. There's 3 blocks. The first block is the West block. It's the House of Commons. And the people that we choose at the election work here. Very nice building. Donc, on va rentrer sur la colline du Parlement. Il y a 3 blocs. Le premier bloc, c'est le bloc ouest. C'est la Chambre des communes. Les gens que l'on choisit aux élections, c'est ici qu'ils travaillent. On our left, it's the Confederation Building. This is only Office of Parliament. Les immeubles de la Confédération. Seulement les immeubles du Parlement. But you can visit the Sunday fire over water. Donc, le bloc central, on ne peut pas le visiter pour les 10 prochaines années. Mais on peut visiter la caserne du centenaire qui est devant. C'est du feu sur de l'eau avec les armoiries de chaque province. The Peace Tower in front of the central block was not there at the beginning. It's after the big fire of 1916. When they rebuilt the central block, they add the tower of the Peace Tower in front of it. Donc la tour devant le bloc central n'était pas là au début. C'est après le feu de 1916, parce qu'ils ont reconstruit le bloc central, ils ont ajouté la tour de la